In 1969, India entered the global space race with ISRO, achieving significant milestones. In 2020, the nation opened its space sector to private companies, tapping into diverse skills and youth talent. The accomplishments of the private space sector were rapid and impactful. The narrative of Vikram-S, India's inaugural privately developed rocket, is a compelling and noteworthy tale that deserves to be shared. This is that story. November 18, 2022. ISRO launchpad Sriharikota off the Bay of Bengal coast. Time 11:30 a.m. For the packed house of spectators at the mission control room of the spaceport, the silence was deafening. The wait seemed unending. And then the countdown began, with the voice of the commentator pulsating the air. 10, 9, 8.
I think it's the most intense experience of my life, and it is a battleground of a lot of emotions. It was also a very exciting moment because after years of effort, we are bringing something to the launch and to the launch pad, and also nervousness because a zillion things can go wrong in a rocket launch. And then just as the countdown approached, I completely went into a trance, and then just observing the launch.
For humans, the allurement of space is as old as humankind itself. They have progressed as a race, marveling at space, intrigued by the unknowns of the cosmos. The fascination towards cosmic mysteries has ignited human imagination, propelling them to venture beyond Earth's boundaries and explore the vast universe. The strides that many spacefaring nations have made in the exploration of space is nothing less than remarkable. The eager crowd of spectators was on the verge of witnessing yet another awe-inspiring spectacle. 6, 5, 4. Every eye in the room was now fixed on the panoramic screen before them, and countless more across the globe were glued to their television screens with bated breaths.
3, 2, 1, 0.
The 6-meter-long Vikram-S rocket roared to life and ascended into the skies, carrying the launch pad erupted with joy, and those riveted to the big screens could not contain their excitement. An exciting chapter opened for India and Skyroot Aerospace, setting a new milestone in private space exploration.
We scripted history today by successfully launching India's first privately developed rocket, Vikram-S. With this landmark event, Skyroot becomes the first private company in India and South Asia to reach space.
During its 301-second long flight, the 545-kilo Vikram-S rocket soared with an astounding velocity, exceeding 5 times the speed of sound, reaching a peak altitude of 88.8 kilometers with an impressive total range of 125 kilometers. It was one of the world's first few rockets built with an all-carbon fiber structure. From a mere drawing board concept into a fully operational space machine in just 2 years, amid the COVID pandemic, it set a new benchmark for the global aerospace industry. The joy of the world overflowed through tweets and news reports. India's top leadership, including the President, Prime Minister, Union Ministers, and luminaries from various walks of life, reflected on the nation's buoyant spirit and pride.
It was really an awesome feeling to see the entire nation celebrate the success of Vikram-S.
The mission, named Prarambh, meaning the beginning, historically became the first private space launch of India and the pioneering mission of Skyroot Aerospace, India's leading private space tech company, building cutting-edge launch vehicles.
This Vikram rocket can reach hypersonic speeds, that is 5 times the speed of sound, within just 25 seconds and reach space within just 150 seconds. We're using several cutting-edge technologies. This Vikram rocket is one of the world's first few rockets with an all-carbon fiber structure and also uses 4 3D printed spin rockets for giving spin stabilization to the vehicle. This is such a landmark event for the country and for Skyroot. Team Skyroot has been waiting for this moment with years and years of hard work.
The launch would mark a significant milestone for Skyroot, the first private space tech firm to ink an MOU with ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization, one of the many remarkable achievements in its journey since inception in 2018.
We believed in our mission from day one. We knew what to achieve together, but how to achieve it is something we needed to learn fast, and we took every opportunity to do so by learning from our mistakes and setting higher benchmarks.
The landmark decision by the government to enable and encourage private participation in the development of Indian space sector has made this success possible.
And on November 18, 2022, like the torchbearer of this landmark decision, Skyroot's 6-meter-long rocket, the Vikram-S, created history for the Indian private space sector. Carrying with it 3 payloads meant for various scientific experiments, the Prarambh mission's key objective was to put to test the technologies developed by Skyroot. Solid propulsion, thermal design, composite manufacturing process, and avionics systems were to be vigorously assessed.
The key objective of this mission is to test all the key technologies which we have built over the years and which will be used in our subsequent missions. And this particular mission accomplished it beautifully and achieved all the objectives it is set to perform.
A key objective of this mission was to demonstrate the flight worthiness of our in-house developed technologies that we are going to reuse in our orbital launch vehicles in the future. And Vikram-S has successfully met this objective.
Skyroot's space journey started just few years before the launch in July 2018, when it was founded by 2 space scientists turned space entrepreneurs, Pawan Chandana and Bharat Dakar, postgraduates from IIT Kharagpur and IIT Madras respectively.
It was with an absolute leap of faith we chose this space tech entrepreneurial journey when there was no private space sector policy in India. There was a possibility and we took the shot.
Their aspiration to become space entrepreneurs took off when India's space sector opened up to allow private companies to operate and took shape with the formation of InSpace as a facilitator and regulator of space activities under ISRO.
This mission is not possible without the landmark policy by the Government of India to open up the sector to private players. And the new agency, the InSpace, which is the promotion and authorization agency for space, has done a phenomenal job in helping us achieve this milestone, navigate all the processes and make it happen. Of course, with the able help of ISRO, which worked hand in hand towards the entire mission at the facilities, including the launch pad, for this perfect launch. And I think we are really grateful for all the help from the government and agencies like ISRO and InSpace for enabling this landmark mission for the country.
The years that have gone into development of our rockets have been nothing short of chasing excellence. Our teams have put in their heart and soul into this, and this success is for all of us to cherish.
By building some of the most cost-effective space launch vehicles in the world, Skyroot's launch vehicle development program aims at democratizing space, thereby opening space for all. And Prarambh would set this journey in motion.
With this milestone, we take first step towards a mission to open space for all.
All the credit goes to a rockstar team which made this happen in a record time. And this also proves that nothing is impossible if a great team comes together, works together, and goes after challenging goals, persist and make it happen.
Today, Skyroot possesses a range of cutting-edge technologies, most of which were developed in-house. The Vikram series of rockets is a result of indigenous design. Materials used in building its structure, thermal protection systems, avionics, and other critical components are all developed in-house.
This milestone would not have been possible without the great support we received from ISRO and InSpace, who worked with us hand in hand throughout our journey.
The meticulous preparations that led to the Vikram-S launch has readied the ground for the second mission of Skyroot involving the orbital Vikram-1 rocket. The testing and validation of various technologies that go into the Vikram series has equipped Skyroot with technologies that will become the bedrock for future launches.
With this milestone, we have flight proven several critical technologies that go into our Vikram series of space launch vehicles, such as avionics, propulsion, carbon composite structures, and thermal protection systems, etc.
The Prarambh mission success marked several firsts for Skyroot and for Indian space. While turning a new leaf in Indian space history, it set the stage for Skyroot global journey as it prepares to enter the global satellite launch services market with multiple orbital launches planned over the next couple of years.
We have a series of exciting missions lined up, and our next launch will be the launch of Vikram-1, which is a 7-storied building, a tall rocket, and we are very excited to see all the progress which is being made, and really looking forward to the launch.
With several landmark mission successes like Chandrayaan-3 and Aditya L1, India has taken the center seat in the global space club. And as it rapidly advances on the other spacefaring nations ahead of it, the private space sector adds to its momentum, with Skyroot right at the forefront of the race.
We thank the Prime Minister of India for creating the new space reforms which has enabled our mission to succeed, and we look forward to becoming a major player in the Indian space ecosystem.